Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert Adam Duran answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
All right. How's your week going?
It's going good. Going good. Very good.
Very good.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Today I have a great topic.
We'll be the judge of that.
Thank you. In SEO school, Jamie, that we all go to, we are told one of the biggest ranking factors or big ranking factor for ranking our websites is your site speed. So it's actually kind of strange. We haven't touched upon site speed, your website's loading speed, at all in our podcast. So I guess we finally got to it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
now,
do it.
that site speed. So why we are told this is important, and I'm using these caveats for a reason, but anyway, you'll see in a second. Why we are told that these are important is because page speed affects bounce rates. That page speed, when it's downloading or coming up on your phone or on your desktop, the slower it is, the more likely it is that people will just give up and go somewhere else. Now, if you have a local business, though, I would argue someone's intent is a lot stronger. So they're looking for a service and they are willing to wait for that service's website. They're not going to wait 5 minutes, but they're not also, if it takes 2 or 3 seconds, they're not going to go, oh my God, and go somewhere else. There is an intent. And so when you're thinking about this, and if you do your own research on this, understand that if e-commerce websites are different, right? If Amazon takes 10 seconds to load and Walmart takes 2 seconds, it'll affect them. You as a local business owner, you should understand that the information that you see on the internet about site speed, it's always going to say faster, faster, faster. But understand as a local business, definitely we want your site to be faster. Don't get me wrong. But understand, though, that the real pusher of this is Google. So the way that Google indexes your site, think about it, they have limited resources, just like every other, and the resources are time and electricity and energy based. So if it takes their robot 5 seconds to scan and index your site, that's a long time. They want that index time to be very, very low because they want that bot to be able to move on to the next one. So understand, the slower your site loads, less Google will be coming to index it. That's, in my opinion, that's one of the real reasons that site speed is very important. So now, and that's in relation to that bounce rate. The bounce rate for local, it's not as that site speed is not as important for that one. But you should also understand that Google, if they're going to be allocating resources, they want to allocate as few resources as possible. So if your site loads faster, that's great for that Google bot to come and scan it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And the reason why I'm saying this is because your only goal as a local business is to outrank your local competitors. That means when we take on a client, when we're doing an audit of them, we're looking at their 4 or 5 or 10 competitors. And this is one of the things that we're checking. We're checking the site speed of the competition because it's one of the ranking factors. Now, it's not the only one, but it is definitely one of them that we check. And so if you're freaked out about this or you don't know what this is all, understand you're not competing with every business in the world. You're only competing with the 10 or 20 or, the local competition. Okay?
Yep.
All right. So don't go crazy on this. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start. Before you start on your own website, we're assuming you already have a website, your business is going for a little while. Okay. So what I want you to do is put in the keywords that you want to be found for and see which websites, see which businesses show up first. Make a list. Now, just make a list for right now. If you've listened to this podcast before, you know that ranking for terms can or does depend on your location. So my search results here are going to be different than Jamie's search results wherever he is, right? Make sense?
Yep.
Definitely. So in your local city, I know this is going to take a little time, but when you're driving around, you're at a parking lot, not a stoplight, do the same search on your phone and take note of which of your competitors are showing up first there. Do that around your city. So we have tools that are available for us as an agency owner that we pay for this tool that will allow us to do it from the comfort of our desktop. But if you're just doing this on your own as a business owner, do that. So go around your city, do the same searches using those keywords that you want to be found for, make a note of which competitors are ranking first, second, first through 10. Hopefully your business is in there. Okay? Make sense?
Definitely.
All right. Then you're going to go back home, and on your desktop, you're going to go to your search for Google Page Speed Insights, and you'll get taken to a site that Google gives us that we can check our website's speed. Now you can put all of all of those URLs of those businesses that you collected into that Google Page Speed Insights tool, and then it will give you their speed. It'll give you a mobile speed and a desktop speed. So in your little spreadsheet that you've created, put those speeds in there, then finally do your own. Okay, so what you're trying to figure out is who, through your driving around and checking who's showing up for the keywords that you want to rank for, you're going to see most likely one or two of your competitors that are outranking everyone else consistently. And 9 times out of 10, or many times, sorry, I should say, it's a speed issue. So that's a pretty easy one for you to address. So now you have 2 websites that you've identified that are pretty fast, right?
Yep.
Follow me so far?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so now you're going to go and use another tool. So you're going to go to a tool called hostingchecker.com. And what you're going to do, and what this tool allows us to do, is find out the hosting service for those websites. So you're going to put in those 2 that you found. And with this tool, it will kick back their website host's name. Now, if it's a number or some kind of weird characters, just search for that weird character or those numbers, and Google should be able to tell you. You should be able to figure out where that site is hosted using that information from hostingchecker.com. Then, guess what, Jamie?
Go to those ISPs and tell them, hey, bro.
No, you're going to go to that website, and then that's where you're going to be moving your website to. You're going to call up your website designer and say, we need to move over to whatever.com. That needs to be done within the next 7 days, please. And pay them the $50 or whatever to transfer it over there. What we're trying to do is take out all the variables. So once you're able to see where the other sites that are outranking you are hosted, most likely it's a much faster service. Maybe you went with GoDaddy or you went with Bluehost. So kind of notoriously slow hosting services. When you look at your own website on that Google Page Speed Insights, 9 times out of 10, what we see is it's a hosting issue. It's not the website that's slow. It's when I query that hosting service, it has to put me in a queue. If it's a large hosting service where your site is shared among hundreds and hundreds of other sites, you're in that queue, and that queue can take time. And so that time is just spent for everybody waiting, and that will slow down your site. So 9 times out of 10, it's a hosting issue that I see. So this is a way that if you think that your website, or actually if you know that your website is slow, it's most likely that hosting issue. So that is my trick to gaining website speed. So there, in that Google Page Speed Insights, it'll also it always lists, hey, your images are too large. You could save this amount of time, this amount of time. That's always true. So there are very few websites that don't have an image size problem. You can definitely tell your designer, hey, do something about that. But the number one way that we see that we can speed up our websites is changing the host. And this will, remember, you only need to outrank your competitors. So this is how you do that. Once you change your host to theirs, and then you can start working on that other stuff for making your website faster. Questions?
Hey, yep. So what if you contact your current host and say, hey, I'm losing ranking because your site is too slow, and then you provide here's the ranking or here's the measurables, and they say, oh no, we're way faster or something. Everyone's gonna deny it. So how would you show them that they need to improve their speed, or is it even possible?
Oh, to show them, you leave their service. Jamie, whoever you're speaking to can't do anything about it. They'll upsell you the faster packages. Every host has that, but most likely you are if a business owner, you're going to be looking for, as a business owner, this is not your field. And there is no way that you're going to be able to verify whoever you choose is faster unless you have a real world example. And that means checking your competition, because that is the true measure. That's who you're competing against directly. So why not just use their host, and then everything else being equal, you should be able to rank equal to or better than them. So I never get in a back and forth with whatever AI bot is on the other end, because their main function is to upsell. So you gave them a chance. They failed. So swallow your pride. Don't pay that next, round of fees. Just swallow it and go, because lesson learned, right? That's it. So the amount of options for website hosts are, it's got to be 10,000. So in my opinion, this is as I was researching this topic and thinking more and more about it, this is, in my experience, what the best way to do it for a local business. If you're an e-commerce site, I would give a different way to do this. But I'm assuming that as a local business person, you don't know about hosting services and all the other junk that goes along with it. So this is kind of the real world, easy, free way to do it. So go for it.
Got it.
If you do this, let me know how it goes. Because we are seeing more and more people write reviews and respond to our posts on Facebook and stuff like that. It's great to hear back from people who have definitely gained something from this podcast. I like it. Makes my day.
Excellent. Very good. Well, anything else you want to add?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay. So with that, we will wrap it up there. Adam, thank you very much. That's all great information. I've taken copious notes, so I will check my competitors right after we're finished here. And then I'm going on a road trip, and I will check it around town at a parking lot. So see where we're at. And then give my Terminator speech to the current host, and see you, pal. You had your chance. Now I'm out. Peace. Right. Anyway, if you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with another business owner, because chances are they're paying for a website, they're paying for local hosting, and they want to get the most out of their investment, and they will be thanking you as their Google business improves. Feel free to leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to this. A thumbs up goes a long way with our ranking in the podcast world. And 5-star reviews, great. If you are interested in this topic and you want to get more information on it, go to our website, magnifiedmedia.net, put in the search term SEO, and see how many podcasts come up. I'm guessing 500 by now. But you can get more granular. And if that topic's not in there, go to our Facebook or LinkedIn page. Click on look for us, Local SEO in 10, and then go ahead and send us a message. We will get back to you as soon as possible, or we will possibly cover that topic in an upcoming episode. With that, we will talk to you next week, and thank you very much, Adam.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.